Good morning, students. Welcome to Good Samaritan School Isapur online classes. This is your science class, and today we are going to study chapter 11 Light, Shadows, and Reflections, its questions and answers. So let's begin. So far we have done till question number 6. Today we will start with question number 7, which is very short answer questions. First question is, what are divergent rays? When a light ray diverge or spread themselves, such a ray is called divergent ray. Second, what are convergent rays? When light from a source focuses itself or converges, such a ray is called convergent ray. Third, when does a lunar eclipse occur? When Earth comes in between the Sun and the Moon, Earth blocks sunlight to reach Moon and casts a shadow, and then a lunar eclipse occurs. What happens when light strikes a transparent body like glass? Light passes through the transparent body. So transparent body allows light to pass through it completely. So light passes through the transparent body. What happens when light falls on a mirror? When light falls on a mirror, it changes the direction of light. This is known as the reflection of light. The next question is sixth. What is reflection of light? Reflection of light is when a ray of light falls on a smooth and polished surface, light returns back in the same medium and then reflection occurs. Define object. A thing that can be seen and touched is called an object. Eighth, what is a reflector? A surface which reflects the light is called reflector. Ninth, define lateral inversion. Answer: when left side appears as the right side and right side appears as left side, it is lateral inversion. So left appears to be right and right appears to be left. That is known as lateral inversion. What is an eclipse? When one object gets in between you and another object and blocks your view. Example, lunar eclipse. So when something comes in between and blocks the view and blocks the path of light, then it forms an eclipse. Short answer questions. First, is moon a luminous object? Give reasons for your answer. Answer: no, moon is not a luminous object as it does not emit light of its own. So therefore it is not a luminous object. Second, what is shadow? How is it formed? A shadow is a space where light from a light source is blocked by an opaque object. It is formed when something obstructs the path of light. So then a shadow is formed. Third, list two important characteristics of a shadow. Shadow is always black in color. And the second one is it needs a screen for being formed. Next question is, what is a pinhole camera? How can it be used? Answer: a pinhole camera is a simple camera without lens but with a tiny aperture. This is only the pinhole, the small hole that it has. It can be used to image the sun and brightly lit objects. Fifth, shadows help us to study important natural phenomenon. Can you give some examples? Answer: shadows help us to study important natural phenomenon like the spinning earth and the lunar eclipse, etc. Sixth, what is a mirror reflection? Give examples. Mirror changes the direction of light incident on them, which is falling on them, with the same angle. Example, if light hits a mirror at 30-degree angle from left, it bounces off at 30-degree angle to the right. So whatever is the incident angle, the same way it will be reflected back. Both angle of incident and angle of reflection will be the same. Seventh, list the characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. The image formed by a plane mirror is the same size and color as that of the object. Eighth, write 3 uses of plane mirrors. Plane mirrors are used in solar cooker. Second, they are used in periscopes for signaling and used as shaving mirrors as well. Ninth, complete the diagram by drawing rays. So here in your book you will see that you are given 3 circles with S, M and E written inside it. So S denotes sun, M denotes moon and E denotes the earth. The same way it goes for this diagram as well. So when we form the rays, you will see that this becomes the diagram of the solar eclipse. And here in the second one, it is the lunar eclipse. Look at the diagrams below and answer the questions that follows. So, in which of the above diagram shall we not be able to see the flame and why? Answer: in second diagram, we shall not be able to see the flame as light travels in a straight path and the bent tube has blocked the path of the light here. That's why we are not able to see the flame of the candle. 11th, write the effects of rectilinear propagation of light. Effects of rectilinear propagation of light are: first, formation of shadow, and the second one is formation of image from a pinhole camera. So these are the effects of rectilinear propagation of light. The next question is, what is a shadow? What does the type of shadow formed depend on? A shadow is a space where light from a light source is blocked by an opaque object, and then we get a shadow. Type of shadow formed depends on shape and size of object, position of light source, and distance between the light source and object. Next question, what does a pinhole camera demonstrate? On what principle does it work? Answer, a pinhole camera demonstrates how light can project an image onto a flat surface. It works on the principle of the rectilinear propagation of light. Next question is, without sunlight, life would be impossible. Give reasons to support the statement. Answer, without sunlight, plants would not be able to process food by photosynthesis, and without sunlight, the water cycle also will be disturbed and there would be no oxygen also. So the statement is true. So without sunlight, life would be impossible. Which part of the shadow is completely dark and why? Answer, umbra is the part of the shadow which is completely dark because it is the region behind the object which does not receive light at all. So in this diagram you can see here is the light source and this is the object which is an apple, and this is the screen on which shadow is formed. So the shadow of the apple is as such that right behind the apple you can see a very dark area, dark shadow which is formed, and around it there is some light shadow as well. So the dark one right behind the object is the umbra, where no light is reaching, and the other part, the outer part, is called the penumbra. So with this diagram you can understand that umbra is the part which is completely dark. So I hope you understood this, children. Do this in your workbook, and we will meet again in the next class.